you're new here, my name is Steve, known on long trails as Lil'Chap. I'm a long distance backpacker and thru hiker. Normally I'm hiking, but now I'm biking. Good morning. Today has not started off how it was supposed to. You can see in the background the Missouri River's down there. That's where the Katy Trail is. I'm right now at the hospital. So the plan for the day was to come to the hospital, visit my dad for a while, have my bike with me, hop on the Katy Trail, and do about a 32-mile out and back just to knock out some more miles for day 2. However, I started to put air in my tire and the whole core of my valve stem blew out. So I went by the bike shop. First thing they told me was like 6 days back on any work. I explained to the guy my situation. He said, you know what, let's just take care of this for you. Give me an hour. So I'm at the hospital now. I'm gonna visit with my dad for a while, and it'll be more than an hour, but I'll go back and get the bike later, and probably we'll start at the western end and come back to here and then back, just because I live closer to where I was gonna ride to. So that's the plan for the day. I'll see you when we get the bike back and we're back on trail. The bike shop got my bike all fixed. Long story, but I had converted my bike to tubeless tires, and then they convinced me now, this other guy, that we need to convert it back to tubes. I don't know enough about bikes to matter, but anyway, the bike's ready to go now. For today, it's late. It's 2:15 p.m. and it's hot. I'm here at the Weldon Spring trailhead, and the plan now is to go back east to St. Charles trailhead and then turn around and come back here. So I have an out and back. It's only about 32 miles, but I'm gonna take my time. I have plenty of snacks and water and stuff, so I have nothing else to do for the rest of the day. So let's get riding. So these are referred to as depots because this is, rails to trails, and they're supposed to resemble like train stops. Several of them have like bike repair stations where there's some tools and an air pump. So here we're looking east, and that's the direction we're gonna be going. Okay, here's a little local secret that's not on the maps. 1.4 miles east of the Weldon Springs depot, there's this little pull-off where they usually have like gravel supplies, and they have some heavy equipment here parked, different stuff's parked here sometimes. I put my bike there already, but if you come to the back corner of this, there's a little path, and it's only about 100 feet back here. So back here, there's an old quarry, and now people come back here and swim. Last summer there were a lot of teenagers and maybe college, young people that were swimming back here, and they left a lot of trash. I think a lot of it got cleaned up over the winter, but I haven't been back here lately. When you get to right here, we're gonna go under this opening in the fence. Yeah, there's a lot of trash down here again. I left all these pool noodles, but you can see, well, I hope you can see in the camera, the water's really clear. You can even see some fish swimming around. Only about another half mile past the old quarry, and once you cross this bridge on the right, there's a nice bench. I'll just show you on the way back because I don't want to stop, but there's a nice view of the river there. Right here you'll see a sign for the Weldon Spring Hollow Natural Area, and there's maybe a 200 or 300 yard trail through the woods that connects to the Lewis and Clark Trail, which the Lewis Trail is an 8-mile loop. The Clark Trail is much of the same trail, just with a cut through, making it only 5 miles. It's a really popular trail. Oftentimes on nice weekends, the parking lot is full and people are all up and down the roads. I used to hike it pretty often and trail run it, but during COVID it got so popular that it was just not cool to be there. I don't know if the camera just picked it up or not, but there was a snake on the left side of the trail just back there. I didn't get a good look at it. It was either a rat snake or a racer. We're coming up on Interstate 64. We're gonna cross under 64. But just up here on the left, prior to that, there's a gravel pathway that goes to a parking lot that's just on my left side, about 50 yards over there. That's the parking lot that I normally park at most often, and that's in the Missouri Bluffs County Park. Right before we go under the interstate here, there's another concrete trail to the left, which circles around and goes over the bridge on a bike pedestrian path along the side of the interstate. That goes over into St. Louis County and connects to another paved greenway over there. Okay, we're coming up here to Greens Bottom Road. I guess it's Pittman Hill Road coming into Greens Bottom. The parking lot here on the left is not an official like Katy Trail stop. I don't know how far it is, maybe a mile, 2 miles tops. Up here is the Greens Bottom depot. And on the other side of the road, there's a parking lot, and the map says it has running water. I have never parked on that side of the road because I've always just parked at this lot I was just at. So we'll see. Maybe we'll head that way and take a look at it. We're coming up on the Greens Bottom depot, and I think there's like running water in a bathroom across the road. I'm not going to go over there though. There are several spots through here where there are fairly busy road crossings. Like that car there came flying around the corner. We're coming up on Highway 364, known locally as the Page Extension. There's a pretty popular trailhead parking lot up this steep bank on the left side. It's switchbacked up there, but it's still fairly steep. And then there's a pedestrian and bike path across this bridge that connects over to the Creve Coeur Lake trails. And there's also a place less than a mile, there's a gas station and a McDonald's. No idea what's going on here. I turned the camera off back there. There were a bunch of young people running. That must have been like a high school cross-country team or something, and all their water. The trail goes back here behind the family arena, between it and the river. And then we'll go alongside this new development I say new, it's probably 10 or more years old now. But it's got a bunch of restaurants and nightlife places. And then we'll go under Interstate 70. And then we'll be at St. Charles Depot in about 2 miles. Okay, here's Interstate 70. I don't think you can see it just out of the view to the left side. There's a whole bunch of restaurants, and there's like a comedy club and movie theater, some hotels. The big Ameristar Tower right in front of us is the Casino Hotel. There's at least a half dozen or more, there's more than that, hotels right here. And we're less than a mile from St. Charles Depot, so a lot of people that are coming to do the Katy start and they stay here, and then they take the shuttle from Bike Stop Cafe and the next morning to the other end, and then ride back here to their car. But since I'm a glutton for punishment, I'm gonna do all of it in both directions. We're just doing it a little different. Okay, yesterday we rode to right up here by this red caboose. The St. Charles Depot is just past it, and the Bike Stop Cafe is just right here on the left where we were yesterday. So, here in a second we will have connected our, I would say footsteps, what are these? I guess we're connecting our tire turns. In case you're just here for the Katy Trail content, we're gonna go back by the river to the boathouse. Just gonna show y'all something that I haven't seen anybody else's Katy Trail footage. I'm going to park the bike over here and look around the Lewis and Clark Boathouse and Museum with you for a minute. There are usually some other wooden boats in here. I don't know where they're at. Huh. There's a big festival coming up this weekend, so maybe they moved them out for something. I'm sitting here on a bench having a break. It's actually the exact same bench that I filmed the beginning of yesterday's video on. And right here, that building, one of the videos I made explaining why I was off the CDT and what was going on with my dad. I was sitting at the table right up there. So this is kind of home here on the river. My house I sold before I hiked the Appalachian Trail in 2022. Only a couple miles that way, and actually the Katy Trail connects to a greenway that would go right into my neighborhood. So I don't know, I guess I just feel at home here. But since today and this first couple days are just day bikes, day rides, whatever you want to call them. I didn't want to just get out and bomb the miles in a couple hours and be done. So I brought snacks and just gonna sit here in the shade and enjoy the view for a bit. We've done, I think we're at 18 miles. So we'll have about 35 or so by the time we turn around and go back. Probably not gonna film a whole lot on the way back just because I've videoed most of the way here. It's kind of clouded up as it's gotten closer to evening. It's sometime after 5, I think. And it's actually kind of cool. Like for summer standards, it's still in the 80s. But on the bike with the breeze, it feels pretty nice. I don't know, this is just such a cool feeling. Like I feel like I'm starting this adventure, even though I'm still going home and feeding my dog and all the normal stuff for another day or two. We're coming up on this viewpoint that I pointed out when we started, but we're gonna go and pull off here this time. Okay, we're back here at the Weldon Spring depot. Back to my car. We will come back here tomorrow where we left off and keep getting some miles west. I think we're gonna do one more day of these day bikes, and then the next day we will take off full-on bike packing to head across Missouri. I'm back in my car in the air conditioning. Just wanted to say thank you all for being here. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.